Finally, the mid-season trailer for Rebels Season 4 has been released. The series will return for 7 more episodes aired over the course of 3 weeks. Starting February 19th, we'll see the episodes Jedi Knight and Doom. February 26th is Wolves and a Door and A World Between Worlds. And finally, March 5th is A Fool's Hope, Family Reunion, and the series finale appropriately titled Farewell. The first half of this trailer is organized very similarly to the original trailer for Season 4. Voiceover covering key moments from all 4 seasons of the show, specifically exploring Ezra's story and themes. His journey through the Force, his part in the start of the rebellion, his connection with animal life, and of course, Yoda's key line about the importance of how Jedi choose to fight, which I think takes on a whole new meaning now that we've seen The Last Jedi. Half of the trailer is old footage, and I think that's to set a tone first and foremost, but also to hide the twists and turns that are yet to come. But let's get into the new stuff. Kanan cuts his hair as he prepares to rescue Hera, and he doesn't seem overly concerned about Stormtrooper safety during that mission. It's no real surprise that Hera is rescued, since we already know she survives at least beyond the Battle of Endor. The first half of Season 4 did a lot to bring back previous elements of the show, and we're seeing that continue in the second half. Rex seems to have brought back some extra clone help in the form of Gregor and Wolf. You can also note that he's wearing some new armor that's somewhat reminiscent of a certain rebel trooper on Endor. We're gonna see Hondo helping the rebels out, as well as his Ugnaught friend Melch. And finally, Ketsu is back. I don't think we've seen her on screen since Season 2, except for an episode of Forces of Destiny. Governor Price has been captured by the group, and I wonder if we'll see a change of heart for her as Grand Admiral Thrawn orders the bombardment of her homeworld. After seeing the type of person she was in the book Thrawn, I doubt it, but I'm interested to see her reaction. I'm totally guessing here, but I think this big mission involving just about the entire cast of the show is about escaping the bombardment by taking over the structure in the middle of the city and launching. Maybe they load it up with civilians and get out facing Death Troopers and Rook along the way. Fun little side note, but I got to interview Timothy Zahn a few months back, and he said he hoped to see Zeb and Rook fight, and he's definitely getting his wish. But now let's get into the really intriguing, trippy stuff. Ezra looks like he's on another spirit journey, or you might call it a world between worlds. I'm guessing he gets there through the Jedi Temple on Lothal and this mural. And what do you know, it's got the father, the son, and the daughter from Mortis on it. You can also see that the daughter has a convor on her shoulder, and then Ezra meets one in what I'm just going to call the spirit world for convenience sake. And the convor has the same coloring as the daughter's griffin form from the Clone Wars. But it's not all fun and games in there. Ezra also runs into the Emperor himself, and yes, he is voiced by Ian McDiarmid. The blue flames are very reminiscent of what happened to Yoda during his own spirit journey in the Clone Wars. Ezra could be seeing an illusion here, but I think it's just as likely that we're seeing the Emperor confronting Ezra through the Force. Back in the real world, Ezra speaks with a hologram. It's really hard to tell who that is, but my best guess is Obi-Wan. And finally, I want to touch on the Loth Wolves. They look like they'll continue playing a significant role in the series, and we get our first look at a brand new massive one. I'm going to get into some heavy speculation now, and if you want to avoid that, this is your warning to go ahead and leave now. But I get the impression that the wolf is Kanan. Outside of his interactions with Hera, he is notably absent from the rest of the trailer. I think he's going to die early on in the second half of Season 4. He seems to have some sort of connection with those wolves, and maybe he's able to manifest himself through the Force as a wolf. I don't know if it's real or just a spirit, but I think it's interesting that all the wolves have yellow eyes except that huge one. Its eyes are blue. Kanan's eyes were green, but something about this whole scenario is making me think this massive wolf is connected to him. On the other hand, Ahsoka also has blue eyes, and I was pretty vocal about her somehow being a wolf before all this, but now I'm wondering if she's that convor in the spirit world. She and the daughter went through some pretty intense spiritual stuff together, so I could see her acting as a sort of spirit guide for Ezra in that form. Or maybe the convor is the daughter, since we already saw it back in Season 2. I honestly have no idea, and those are all just guesses. The trailer is obviously trying not to give too much away, and I can't build a ton of solid speculation. I don't really want to anyway. I'm just ready to see how this all plays out. To keep up with all the episodes as they're released, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, and consider checking out my Patreon page. As always, thanks for watching, and may the Force be with you.